Mark Jackson is in the transfer portal. We got to talk about it after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, Kent folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time, and today we got to talk about Mark Jackson entering the NCAA transfer portal. Makes him the third player in 3 days. Makes him the third linebacker in 3 days to enter the transfer portal this week. My goodness. Mark Jackson out of Cibolo, Texas, four-star recruit in the 2016 class out of Steel High. Played in 32 games at Oklahoma, played in all 4 years he was there. Had 53 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, played 4 games in 2019, taking the red shirt. And this is a guy that we had asked about throughout the entire season, for which Lincoln Riley was like, hey, there was a point in which Mark Jackson was kind of in the doghouse. For what? He's Russian! But, you know, Brian Odom, Alex Grinch, they got their way that they want to go. They had some guys that fit into what they wanted to do, and they had some guys that did not. Apparently, Mark Jackson is one of those guys, or at least was feeling that way, and Mark Jackson's going to come out the other side as somebody's dynamic defensive end, outside linebacker type. Tremendous speed, tremendous athleticism. Really wanted to see him get to put his hand on the ground and do what Ronnie Perkins is doing right now. But apparently, that doesn't fit in what Alex Grinch is doing. If you're panicking about Oklahoma's defense, you should be at this point, all right? Is that right now, Alex Grinch wanted his own guys in there, and it seems like he's going to get them way sooner than he wanted to get them, because entering the transfer portal, you're 90% more likely to come out than pull your name out. And having the redshirt year, having graduated, being a senior, Mark Jackson have an opportunity to be eligible right away, just like Levi, Draper. You know, Ryan Jones will wait and see, but my goodness. I'm not necessarily in shock because I kind of felt this the way that guys were playing or not playing. But to say that I expected all 3 of these dudes to enter the portal in the first week of spring classes starting would be a lie. I'm where you're at, man, on that. But in doing some text messages, some reaching around, it's always reaching out. Reaching around. Poor choice of words there, RJ. Reaching out to folks like, yeah, man, well, it's not that the kids want to avoid competition that they're playing. Like Zach Sanchez out here on the Twitters talking about some of these boys don't want to compete, to which Chance Sylvie retweeted with him and said, look, I mess with you, but this ain't it for you, dog. Like, he understands that they are under tremendous pressure. And Chance Sylvie was a dude that tried to make it work at strong safety, tried to make it work at nickel, graduated, was actually a dude I was looking forward to watching play because he was going to be a big part of the defense in 2018 until he blew out his Achilles. Comes back, they play him a little bit at nickel. It doesn't look like it's going well, and he doesn't get another opportunity out there. He's a strong safety. He's a free safety. He ain't a nickel. And now knowing that Justin Harrington isn't going to be on campus until the summer, your spring practices are not going to be tremendously great because you're not going to have all these bodies. Prepare for Lincoln Riley and Alex Grinch to say, hey, look, we're working with a limited number of bodies here, and we're going to wait for guys to get here this summer until we're at our full assortment of athletes, to which I'm going, yeah, because they all enter the transfer portal. And for this many dudes to enter the transfer portal after the college football playoff, after winning a 6th straight Big 12 championship, speaks to coaching. How much do they feel loved? How much do they feel invited? How much of what they were promised when they got to Oklahoma has come true? Because for some people, it's not good enough just to go out there and win championships. I would tell most people, you're not going to get very far with me by just yelling at me what you want me to do, even if we get results, because I need to feel good about having got there. I need to feel good about everything that I do in the lead up to that, because many of you would say, and you'd be right, it's about the journey, it's not about the end. You want the kids to be all in on what it is to play at Oklahoma and enjoy the journey of being a football player at the University of Oklahoma, while also saying that the end justify the means? No, it's not where we live, especially in a day where you had the option to go into the transfer portal. Mac Brown warned us about this, man. He said, hey, fellas, hug your men in the morning, hug your men at night, because the next day they could be in the transfer portal. Which is why I always get very upset when everybody's like, okay, I don't care about a commitment, let me know what he signs. You know, I got people poo-pooing Kobe McKenzie just coming out there and saying, I want to go to Oklahoma in the 2022 class, to which I'm saying, what makes you think that after signing day he couldn't go into the transfer portal? They're all verbal commitments, all right? if they decide that they don't want to be there after 3 days or a week, see Brew McCoy, guess what happens? They transfer. Even when they play for you, as you say, they don't owe you anything. And two, but if they gave you their time and their effort and their blood and their sweat and their tears, how can you get mad at them for wanting to go someplace where they feel like they're going to be treated better or have an opportunity to play? But since we're keeping score, and we are, Michael Jones, yeah, he went into the portal. Ty Yarman went out, came out at SMU. Troy James went in, came out at Prairie View A&M. We'll see where Mark Jackson ends. We'll see where Ryan Jones ends. We'll see where Levi Draper ends. But Michael Thompson, he's going to come out. He's going to play somewhere. He's a commodity. Would not be surprised to find out if he ended up with Dave Aranda as a nose guard playing in his 3-4 scheme. There are lots of different places for these kids to end up. They're not the commodities that quarterbacks are, but nobody is. Quarterback's a singular position and treated separately. But if you are of the ilk that going, yo, man, I can't keep up with all the guys going in the portal, know that this is not regular. Okay, you're right to believe that this is irregular. You're right to believe that this is not going according to plan. You're also very much in the middle of a turnover with Grinch's kids understanding who's in, who's not. Who's going to have an opportunity to compete, who's not. And they're taking matters into their own hands. Would I want to see them stay put? Not if they're going to be unhappy, because that ain't going to help Oklahoma. Certainly ain't going to help them. I want them to move on. I want them to do what they intend to do. Same way I feel about assistant coaches. Jay Boulware decided that he's going to be the new tight ends and special teams coach at Texas earlier today. After being at Oklahoma since 2013, you cannot blame him if he wants to make a change. That's what people do. And if that gives an opportunity to move up for a guy that's been coaching since like 1994, yeah, 25 years as an assistant coach and not being offensive coordinator as an offensive guy, played offensive tackle at Texas, I'd want to go home too. It ain't for everybody. Some guys just don't really pan out in the way that you want them to pan out, whether it be for a set of circumstances or a coach or whatnot. Like I say that Levi Draper would have ended up Kenneth Murray Jr. if his shoulder wouldn't have got injured in camp. Remember, Kenneth Murray Jr. became the starting middle linebacker at Oklahoma, the first guy to do that as a true freshman since 1975 because Levi Draper was hurt in preseason camp. And he got the snaps throughout the season. Levi Draper did not. Levi Draper plays on all special teams in 2019, all 14 games. Doesn't really play next to Kenneth Murray Jr., where you would have drawn it up for Murray to end up as the Will, Draper to end up as the Mike, and we would all have enjoyed watching that. But now, really going to get to see if Alex Grinch can go out there and, one, recruit, because right now you're sitting at 82 scholarship players, with 3 you can use on grad transfers or signing, right? That's what everybody going into the portal. That's what Theo Howard coming in as a grad transfer and all of this. So all of this is fluid, but we're going to look at this in the coming days, be like, what happened? And we're going to assess it. But right now, Mark Jackson in the portal, Levi Draper in the portal, Ryan Jones in the portal. Oklahoma fans probably panicking. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.